but I thought it was a much longer time away because I've struggled with it so long and I've felt so powerless to it for such a huge percentage of that time. Like I felt just unable to change the things that I was doing. Like, oh my God, to a point where, like I say, it completely dominated my life. And so, obviously, I've also struggled with depression, anxiety, addiction. I've talked about that. And therefore, because I hadn't had a decent enough recovery from the eating disorder, like I say, although I always knew that I would get there, I always knew that I was capable. Or I can't say always, like, in fact, for a lot of the time, I felt incapable. But there was something in the back of my mind, there was a part of me that knew that I was stronger than the eating disorder. I just wasn't capable of overcoming it for those 15 years. And then this last year, or this last few years, I've achieved a recovery, a really amazing recovery in all other aspects of my mental health. Like, you know, I'm in such better control of my mood, of the way that worries and anxiety type thinking used to take over. It doesn't anymore. You know, I can still feel shit, I can still feel overwhelmed, I can still sit and procrastinate and all those things that every human does, but I don't get attached to it, and I no longer, it no longer feels like, oh my God, I'm unwell. It feels like I'm feeling this certain type of way and that's okay, I'll get through it. That's not who I am, it doesn't define me. But with the eating disorder, I was still doing the same things. I was still really struggling. I was still so deep in the mindsets that not just dominated my life, but dominated everything that I did. Like I say, for 15 years. And as I say, I felt as though the eating disorder was going to take a lot longer to overcome. I just thought, this is not something that, you know, is around the corner. And then over this last 6 months to a year, I've made such incredible progress